Pretty cool.
Yeah, I haven't been yet. That looks like definitely a great holiday attraction here.
I've been up there so many times, but not around Christmas, so that's top of my list this year.
Yeah, and I believe right now the view would be gorgeous from that area because, I mean, look at this view behind us of Mount Hood. It is beautiful outside today.
I know, never a bad view up at Pithick Mansion or really anywhere across our area this evening. That's all thanks to those clear skies. The mild temperature is very seasonal for this time of year. PDX hovers right around 49 degrees and just a spectacular sunset, even taking shape out along the Oregon coast. Now, these clear skies, they are short-lived as we prepare for cooler temperatures to help the development in patchy fog. As many of us are falling back in Vancouver to 47 right now, 43 out towards Tillamook. So those clear skies really allowing for the temperatures to drop quite rapidly now that the sun is sitting below the horizon. But our next round of clouds already starting to creep its way into parts of southwest Washington, eventually making its way back into northwest Oregon as our visibility falls back by about midnight in Salem to about 4.5 miles, 8 miles for Portland as we fast forward into tomorrow morning, down to about 1.5 miles to 1/4 mile possible as we move our way through the early morning hours on Saturday. And then we quickly clear things up by about lunchtime, and that carries us into the afternoon. All thanks to this ridge of high pressure that continues to build, keeping us dry for Saturday. But it's a tale of two forecasts. Sunday brings our next chance of widespread rain. That's going to linger into Monday as well before we briefly dry things out for the later half of Monday. And then the wet weather really ramps up as we move our way towards Thanksgiving. But there's that fog layer developing through the Willamette Valley for the start of the day on Saturday, trading that out for mostly cloudy skies. Maybe a light drizzle possible throughout the day along the coast, but the widespread rain, that is expected to arrive early Sunday. Carries us well into the afternoon hours where it will be a wet day taking shape. Helping to fill up those rain gauges, though, and shrink our rain deficit, filling back up to about 1/10 to 1/4 inch, maybe even 1/2 inch for some locations. Unfortunately, our snow elevation level doesn't fall until we move our way into Monday. Keep in mind, Monday's slightly drier for us, so not producing a significant amount of snow. We're talking maybe 1 inch to 3 inches. Many of our mountain passes seeing some snowflakes down to about 4,500 feet or so, but quickly melting on contact. As you travel elsewhere leading up to Thanksgiving, it will be a wet commute, likely for much of next week. We're talking about Wednesday into Thursday and Friday, picking up on the scattered showers, and you can expect some of those wet roadways and maybe a few isolated slick spots up in elevation, but again, a lot of that will be melting rapidly. Traveling elsewhere across the country here in the coming days, for Wednesday, maybe a few flurries out towards the Great Lakes region, along with some gusty winds. It will be wet for us here in the Pacific Northwest. As we move into Thanksgiving Day itself, relatively calm and quiet across the country, but for those traveling back on Black Friday, expect some snow showers over the high plains of Idaho and Montana. All right, closer to home, temperatures this weekend stabilizing where they should be for this time of year into the low 50s. It's dry for us on Saturday, 52 degrees, decreasing fog as our 7-day forecast shows Sunday becoming quite rainy at times. And then we really bottom out come Tuesday with that widespread moisture, 47 degrees our afternoon high. And for Thanksgiving Day itself, just a few brief scattered showers. Definitely not the wettest day, but also not one of our driest.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We'll just enjoy the dry weekend then.
I know.
That we will. Saturday, soak it up.
Enjoy tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you, Josh.